One of the kids told me that, like a flash, he jumped up. She said, you know, he's a hero, he saved me. He said he jumped up and he ran. He said you couldn't even see how fast he was running.
A proud father now mourning the loss of a son.
You know, I know that because of what he did, others are alive, and I thank God for that.
Kendrick Castillo, a boy about to graduate with so much promise, who risked his own life for the sake of his fellow classmates, and his family wants the world to know.
I love him, and he's a hero.
If it had not been for him, I wouldn't have my baby today, and I can't imagine. I will never be able to thank them.
Far too many times we have brought you images like this. Our Colorado community coming together to remember victims of gun violence. A vigil is happening in Highlands Ranch at this church where Kendrick Castillo is being hailed as a hero, sacrificing his own life to stop a school shooter, giving his friends a chance. Thanks so much for choosing Denver 7. I'm Ann Trujillo.
And I'm Shannon Ogden. And in the midst of this unspeakable tragedy, teenagers are being recognized for their fearless actions. They are being called courageous, selfless heroes.
Denver 7's Russell Haythorne is joining us with the heroic story of Kendrick Castillo. Russell?
Yeah, and while gunfire may have shattered the serenity of yet another Colorado classroom, the young man who lived in this neighborhood has emerged as a true hero. On a damp, overcast day in southwest Denver,
I'm sad. I'm mad.
Officers keep watch outside the home of John and Maria Castillo.
He was extraordinary.
As a grieving family inside grapples with unthinkable loss.
My immediate reaction was, you know, not knowing his condition, that he was maybe just injured. He was going to be okay.
John and Maria, like so many other parents, rushed to the rec center yesterday.
We were frantically looking for him at the rec center and trying to get in touch with him, sending text and phone calls, and he wasn't returning them.
While other families were reconnecting.
I was texting, and I tried to FaceTime him, and I was getting nothing. You know, my anxiety and my lump in my chest was growing. You know, I just couldn't believe it.
The stories of how Kendrick died are already of legend.
One of the kids told me that, like a flash, he jumped up. She said, you know, he's a hero, he saved me. He said he jumped up and he ran. He said you couldn't even see how fast he was running, you know, out the door and after this person.
Kendrick's moment of heroism saved countless other students.
In that moment, when, you know, he could have run, he could have, you know, just decided that, you know, he just did not want to take action. He did that in that moment, in that split second. He made the decision to help.
Neighbor Liz Miller watched Kendrick grow up.
I was so excited for his future, and watching their parents, his parents, and how proud they are of him.
They were proud, over the moon, about the man their son had become.
Kendrick would buy gifts for his friends because he doesn't have siblings, brothers or sisters, so be selfless. That's the one thing. That's what my son was.
An exceptional young man by all accounts, gone way too soon.
I know that because of what he did, others are alive, and I thank God for that. I love him, and he's a hero. He always will be.
Tough to watch those parents, their emotions so raw there, but we thank them for sharing Kendrick's story. And it was Kendrick's heroics that allowed other students to jump in and then subdue the gunman. Ann and Shannon, we'll toss it back to you. I know you have more on the heroics of those students.
Oh, that is powerful. We use hero way too often. That young man is a hero. And the three other students who followed Castillo's lead and essentially tackled and pinned down the shooter are Brendan Biley, Lucas Albertoni, and Jackson Gregory.